Hey, welcome back to the Lagchat channel. Or welcome to the Lagchat channel. It's if you're not new here, it's been a second since we've uploaded. This is a ranking video where we rank a bunch of video game franchises. We had a ton of fun with it, so I really hope you enjoy it. And see you at the end of the video. Lagchat. Alright, we're recording now. Alright. Hey guys! Welcome back to Lagchat. It's been a second. But we're finally back and we're gonna do a tier list. It's gonna be a quick tier list. We only need one video for it, but we have a special guest. Who will probably be on other episodes too. Goob.
Hi.
Graham, Avery, you guys say hi.
What's up?
What's up?
Alright. So yeah, we're just gonna be ranking this video games tier list, franchise tier list. Yeah. Alright. So you guys ready?
Yep.
Alright, let's start. So the first franchise is, I'm not sure if anyone's actually played any of these games. I don't think I have, but BioShock.
Never played it. I've heard they're good. BioShock, I've heard very interesting things about it. I've heard that some of the games are pretty, really weird.
Yeah, so let me tell you the categories really quick. If you guys aren't on it. We have Masterpiece, Amazing, Great, Very Good, Good, Decent, Bad. There's a lot. Really Bad, Horrible, and Have Not Tried This Game, which I feel like we'll be filling up a lot of.
I feel like you can maybe take some of those out.
That's a long list, dude.
Yeah, that might be too many.
Or we're not gonna do all of them. We're not gonna do all of them.
Just make them basic letters. Just like
I didn't make this, bro.
D.
Oh, you're talking about this? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm changing it on my
Just
thing.
put in, just put in have not tried the game.
S.
Yeah,
A.
I've not played a BioShock game in my life. Although I've heard they're good. Like it's apparently it's like sci-fi horror shit, which is cool.
Yeah, I've heard it's really weird, and I low-key want to play it because I thought it was like a stealth action game because I think Arcane Studios made one of the games, and they also made
They
Dishonored,
made BioShock?
right?
I don't think they made
But
BioShock.
I don't think that's what the franchise actually is.
Alright, so we'll put it at Have Not Tried.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next one, I'm not sure if anyone's played this, but Castlevania.
Ooh, the one with what are their names?
The one with the with Richter and Simon and Alucard.
The show is really cool, and I'm an avid Squid Plumber fan. I have not played any Castlevania games.
Yeah, I haven't. I've heard they look really cool. Like I want to try them. Like the aesthetic and everything looks really cool, but I have not tried them.
Yeah, they're also half of the namesake of Metroidvania games. So like they got it. Like they clearly established some history. Even if I haven't played them. Like Hollow Knight, I love that game,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
but I haven't actually played a Castlevania game itself. Although I do want to. Like a lot. Like it's like I think I want to more than BioShock.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So next franchise, it's a pretty popular one. It's Fallout. I actually tried. The Fallout New Vegas for like a second, and I killed some guy, and then I died, and that's all I did. That's all I played.
Yeah. I don't know much about Fallout. All I know is that Fallout 76 was, maybe still is, terrible because of all the bugs, and Fallout New Vegas is good. And that it's like open world, but also kind of battle royale. And I don't know a whole lot about it.
I played a tiny bit of Fallout 4 when my brother owned the game, and I do not remember anything.
All right. So I mean, I'll put it at like, because I have tried it. I'll just put it at like D tier.
Damn, our first actual tier of the video, and it's Fallout in D tier. Oh boy.
We're about to have some crazy takes.
Oh, no.
All right, next up, Street Fighter, which I actually have played.
I played 5. I played 5 with you.
I played 5.
I played none of them, but they seem pretty interesting.
Yeah, same.
My brain is too small to actually like invest time into fighting games.
Yeah.
that aren't Smash. But no, from what I played with it specifically against Leo, it's a lot of fun because I keep finding the good moves and I keep winning.
Yeah, Gabriel's like so much better than me. We played at my house and he was destroying me. But then we went to Tekken.
I just get lucky. I just get lucky and find the really good moves and spam them. And I win.
All right. So I'll put that at like B tier, I guess.
Yeah, I'll give it a B. Yeah, it's like not something I'm really gonna invest in time learning, but like I've had fun with it.
All right. The next one is a game that all of us have played, and one of us has played a little too much. Super Smash Bros.
Is that?
I'll give it an A. As someone who has played it for so much.
Gabriel, if you guys don't know, Gabriel has like how many hours do you have? Like over 1,000? Yeah.
1.3K hours ish.
Wow.
I thought it was more than that.
And he's competed in like tournaments and stuff too. So.
I never placed well. I'm an 0-2er, ladies and gentlemen. But no, I never placed well. But yes, I do play that game too much. I give it an A.
I watched them live one time. It's pretty sick.
Really, only an A? Like I feel like at least as a like fun party game with friends, it's like such an easy S. Like it's
okay. So
I agree with that, dude. Items are sick, and I need to play items with people more. Items are awesome.
If you haven't checked it out yet, check out the MD Monaco video.
Like obviously, competitive tournaments you don't play with them, but no, I want to play with items more.
I think. Realize that. I mean, me personally, I don't know how much I can comment on this. I've only played Smash Bros. U and Smash Bros. Ultimate. In my experience, Smash Bros. U holds a lot of sentimental value to me because I played it when I was really young. I still love that intro. It's still my favorite intro. And that's definitely a very cool game. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. Especially it was like some mini-map game with the Miis. It was a lot of fun. Smash Bros. Ultimate, I also think is really good. Among those two, I'd put it...
Among Us 2? What?
Among those two.
Among Us 2 didn't come out yet, bro.
I said among those.
You said among those.
Oh.
Bro, what?
I heard Among Us 2.
Bro, I heard Among Us 2.
Bro, okay, anyway. Among those two, I'd probably put Smash Bros. In the A tier.
A tier. Okay, so we're seeing a lot. I'm hearing the A tiers.
I've heard Brawl is really good. I've heard Melee is also good, but fans ruin it. And I actually haven't heard anything on the very first Smash Bros. 64, and I don't really know anything about it either. Yeah, so I don't know how much I can comment on it. And actually no, I'll say S. I'm gonna say S actually.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, so I'm willing to put in an S, but here's why I think it's A and not S. The reason I think that is because I think there are two major things that really, really hold the game back from being through S tier that are just so frustrating. One is the mentality that Nintendo seems to have for the game. And they keep sort of cucking their fans with the big tournaments. I know today they busted out this entire new legislative where you need to have a license to run a tournament. Unless you're at risk of getting a cease and desist from Nintendo. And the other thing that keeps holding it back, I think, and also with online and training mode and stuff, I don't know, it feels like it needs mods to be at its best for training mode and to be its best as a fighting game. But I think the other thing that really holds it back is not just Nintendo cucking its fans, but its fans cucking themselves. Because wow, Smash social media is just awful. Oh my god, Smash Discords and Reddit, they most of the time.
Don't forget about Twitter.
Behave with proper etiquette in person, but oh my god, on social media, they're just some of the most dislikable people I've ever seen.
I think you make a good point. I will say the first part is a more corporate issue as opposed to the gameplay itself. I do understand where you're coming from. As for the second one, what was your second reason was talking about mods? That's a fair point, but the thing is, mods get so creative and so they expand upon the original game so much and add so many crazy things that at that point, no matter how much they add mods to the game, people will keep creating even crazier mods that's outside of what the developers are really capable of doing.
Well, I mean, like it's not just
Right.
just crazy mods that like enhance the experience of the game. It's mods that feel almost essential, like training mod, like a training mode mod. Like Smash is like Ultimate's training mode is the best it's been in the entire series, and it's still it's still so limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like compared to something like I don't know, I haven't played a lot of these fighting games, but compared to something like Guilty Gear's training mode. Like, holy shit! Like, I would not like, dude. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for like a training mode of that much quality. Like, it'd be so nice for the game instead of having to remod my Switch every time like a new update rolls out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, you said a lot on it, and we've heard a lot. Avery, you have anything to say? Because you haven't really said much.
No, I think it's a good game. I don't know.
All right.
I agree with you guys. Either A or S.
I guess
I'm gonna throw in that my best experiences playing this game is being a tag team with Avery. Because I remember I invited over him one day. Remember Thanksgiving break? I went to school one morning, and it turns out there was no school. So I just invited Avery over and Smash Bros. And we went crazy. Like we were
We
popping.
did. That was insane.
We were like, we got the
wild.
practice.
We went to school when there was no school. Bro loved school so much.
And then we had to practice. I mean, like we're gonna practice for the Super Bowl party, and we ended up not even playing at the Super Bowl party that much. And when we did, we
I
kind of
remember,
got
we
but
made that a
was
big thing.
really fun. I think me as Terry and you as Link still make a great tag team. That's some of my best experiences playing that game. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, so with friends,
Same.
I think it becomes an S tier, and I think that's the main way I play it. So
Yeah, that's the only.
I think
time
Gabe's
I'll
had
play
too
it.
much experience with the game. I feel like
Yeah.
I think it goes S tier.
I think from like I think if don't get like super in depth in the game, I think it is an S tier experience. Just like playing with friends, like what it's designed to do, like just it being a celebration of video gaming in general and just a casual experience, like with items with friends. I think that's all so perfect.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think you start to notice the game's major flaws when you start taking it seriously and more at a competitive level. But then again, here I am still enjoying the game. So yeah.
Yeah, Gabe's been talking straight. For
Some of your criticisms, I think, are only criticisms that you have because you play on a competitive level, like with the tournaments and stuff. Whereas that stuff is not going to affect our enjoyment since we're casual players. So I understand why that's a problem for you, but not for us.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go on to the next one because we've been talking about Smash Bros for a while. I don't know
True.
if anyone's played this, but Team Fortress 2.
I've
Ooh.
actually played it for.
I know Gabe
I haven't
has.
played a lot of it, but I played it.
Okay. So I mean, obviously I've watched the the videos, the trailers, because those are like classics.
I think the game
But that's
deserves
it.
to be at an A for its just impact alone on
And the fact that it's still
internet.
popular too, right?
Yeah, no, but I played it, and here are my thoughts on the gameplay. Holy fuck, it's hard. Like that is a hard competitive game.
It looks hard.
And like, I remember picking up Scout for like the first time I played, and just watching what I was doing compared to what like other scouts were doing, and the way they moved was just like insane.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, A tier.
I think I didn't have that much fun when I was playing, but that's mostly just because I'm dog shit. But even then, like, no, like I see like where the design of the game like really comes into effect. Like the ideas and characters are just so fun. I'm willing to put it an A.
Okay.
Because I feel like an S tier game for me is a game I'm willing to sink like a ton of hours into. Team Fortress 2, I don't know if it's one of those games for me, but like I see how much like I have a lot of respect for the game and for what it's done to just gaming and the internet in general. So I'm willing to go A tier.
Yeah. Also, just I've compiled like maybe 2 rows of games we'll talk about. So we're not going to talk about all of them. So like I've specifically put together some that I think we'll like have a conversation about. So just FYI, we won't be doing a lot of the ones on the list.
Yeah, I'm not speak too much in this one. Never tested it, never played it, but I mean, it looks like a pretty funny game. So
Yeah.
I just Gabe graded.
All right. Next up, Apex Legends.
Never played it.
So I've actually played some of this, and I know Graham's definitely played some of this. In fact, I know he still plays it.
So okay, so here's the thing, actually. So I played Apex. I was super into it during the pandemic. Like,
Uh-huh.
I think
Yeah, I think that's when I played a little bit of it.
I don't know if there's a single game on my Xbox that I have more hours in. I mean, I actually only have 500 hours. That's why Gabe having 1,000 hours of shows. That's some insane dedication.
Yeah.
I'd play Apex like almost every day, during the pandemic, and I still only had like 500 hours in it. But and then I think when eighth grade rolled around, then I got less into it. I got less into multiplayer games in general around eighth grade. But then, and then in ninth grade, the amount of video games I played kind of went down, with the extracurriculars and stuff. But recently, I've been getting back into it because one of my friends, actually, I'm not gonna say his name on the YouTube channel, right, for privacy reasons. But
yeah, we know who you're talking about.
yeah, he's a good friend of mine. He's in my jazz band at school with me. He's also in my marching band, and he plays trombone. And we play a lot of he actually, when I found I played Apex, I was like, yo, he plays Apex. I literally only reinstalled it to start playing with him again, and it's actually really fun. There's a ton of new legends added while I was gone. My new main is this guy named Ballistic. His tactical is basically okay.
I've
So
heard
not
about
peak,
him.
3 weapons instead of 2, like everyone. And his tactical is basically another weapon in and of itself that affects the enemies of the weapon. It's so cool. He's my main now. And they added a ton of new modes. Things have changed so much, and I'm actually really glad I got back into it. I was gonna play with him tonight, but we had to record. So yeah, no, I definitely for me, Apex has so much nostalgia. I've played it so much. Definitely an S tier. Whether or not you want to argue the quality of the game, that's completely dependent on what point in time you're playing the game in, with the season, the weapons, the legends, the overall meta of the game, the balance. That stuff varies, so the quality of the game overall varies from throughout its lifespan. But for me personally, the game as a whole, it's definitely an S tier because of what it means to me, and also I've had a tons of fun playing.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
So what would you put? You said S tier. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Next up is Fire Emblem.
Ooh. Never played it. Nope. Never touched one of the games.
I have.
I want to hear what Gabe has to say because it seems like an interesting franchise.
So I have played 2 games in the series. I've played 3 technically. I've played Awakening and Fates on the 3DS, and I've played 3 Houses on Switch. Fates was okay. I really enjoyed it when I played it when I was a while ago. But I'm looking back on it, that story had a lot of flaws, and so did the gameplay. And the gameplay didn't have that many flaws. I don't think. I don't know. It's been a while, but I don't remember a whole lot of characters in that game being very interesting. Second game I played was 3 Houses, and that game slapped. That game was hella good. The characters were really fun. I finally started to understand how the gameplay worked. Just the quality of life improvements, the art style, the stories, because there's 4 split paths in that game. It was just so much fun to do. Characters especially the 3 House Lords, Edelgard, Claude, and Dimitri are now just some of my favorite characters in video games. Last game I played was I haven't played the DLC of 3 Houses, by the way. Last game I played was Awakening, and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry.
It just didn't work with me. I don't know. I don't know whether it's just because it's old, whether because the difficulty curve was weird at the beginning. Whether it was just the characters. I don't know. I could not get into Awakening at all, and I haven't finished it.
Okay.
Overall, from what I understand, 3 Houses 3 Houses is the weird child that kind of in the way that Breath of the Wild is to Zelda. 3 Houses is the one that really took the Fire Emblem games and really made them different. And I think 3 Houses itself is an S tier game, definitely my top 10 of all time. Can't say the same for Fates and Awakening though. Fates was a B, and Awakening for me is a C or D.
Okay.
Although I haven't finished Awakening, so maybe it gets better. I don't really know. I didn't care
So
enough to.
so we put it at like a B tier.
B or A, yeah.
Me personally, I'd put it in like the bottom tier just because the amount of characters in it that are in Smash Bros. But that's just me.
Yeah.
I think Fire Emblem characters in Smash, some of them are cool, some of them aren't. Like Marth, Roy, and Byleth, I think are sick. I think I don't really care much for the rest of them. I think Ike in Smash 4 and Brawl is awesome. I don't think he's as awesome in Ultimate. And I think Robin is a really cool idea for a character, but I don't think he really works that well. I don't know.
The next up is this is just goes for all of the games, but the Lego Star Wars games. So I know Avery will have something to say on this probably.
I haven't played these, so you guys take it.
I liked the complete saga version for the Wii, but it feels like there was always some part of some level on every single episode that I got stuck on, and I had no idea how to get past it. But from the small amount of it that I played, I loved it. I also played Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Personally, I actually, and I don't know if this is a hot take, I really like the HUD in that game because there's a ton of different worlds to go to, and it's like the Lego Movie where it's multiple different worlds that are all really small. I mean, Cloud Cuckoo Land isn't that small, but they're all relatively small. But with Star Wars: The Force Awakens, they're actually pretty big. Like you can go to Maz's palace. There's a lot there. Uh, what's the sand planet? Not Tatooine. What's it called again? Jakku. Yeah, there's quite a lot of room on there. So I like the HUD and the open world aspect, and the character customization was great. I actually love the character customization in that game. I have some awesome characters. I have classics such as Yo Man, Power Man.
Wait,
so
I think we put in
nostalgic.
S tier. If we put
Are we
Apex
talking about-
Legends in S
Are we,
tier,
Yeah.
talk- are we talking about level?
Yeah, like I'm so nostalgic for the Lego like Harry Potter and Batman 2 games. Like
Yeah.
those were actually so much fun.
yeah, I say we
Wait,
put
are
in
we
S
talking
tier.
Are we talking about Lego games in general or just Lego Star Wars?
Lego games now.
Oh shoot, there's a ton more to be said though.
Yeah, but just like make it like just like the older ones, kinda.
Oh, I see. I actually played Lego Batman 2 once. There was one time that I played Lego Batman 2, and I only played it because I was at someone else's house. It was like a party, and they were
Only
like,
mine.
I was bored, and they were like, "Yo, you can play on my, I can't remember what platform it was. I think it was a Xbox 360." And all I did was run around as the Flash, and honestly, it was really fun. For an early Lego speedster, he's pretty good. I really had a fun time, but that's pretty much my only experience playing. I played Lego Batman 2. I might have played Batman 3 Beyond Gotham very, very briefly one time, and I don't remember any of it.
All right. So next up this is less of a series, more of just a game. Next up is specifically Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance because it's so different from the other Metal Gear games.
S tier.
S tier? Okay. So yeah, obviously we're not gonna include Metal Gear Solid, and even if we did, I really hope we wouldn't because I don't know anything about it. But here's the thing: Metal Gear Solid, there are
No, we're talking about Rising.
Oh, sorry. No, I meant to say Rising. There are a few problems. Obviously, there are the graphics. I mean, it is a 2013 Xbox 360 game.
It looks good for 20.
But it runs so smoothly.
It does run smoothly. The graphics, actually, in the cutscenes, they're pretty good. It's just in the gameplay, they look really
Yeah,
stupid.
I noticed that too. It can look
Yeah.
look a little rough.
Which, I mean, it's understand. They were good for the time, though. They just
They were
don't.
amazing for the time.
They
I
don't hold
cannot
up
believe
well
Yeah.
today. And I also think. Oh, the credits aren't skippable. That always bugged me. Like this may seem like a minor thing, but the credits at the end of the game you can't skip them. And if you try to like turn off the app, you can't go back to the menu. You can't do anything. If you try to shut off the app, it won't save your progress from the final mission. That pisses me off so much. And I think it's the same thing with Sam's mission. They didn't fix it for his mission either. And I haven't played the Blade Wolf DLC, but they didn't fix it for that either. And that actually really irks me. Other than that, actually a pretty excellent game. Oh, I do hate the third level, the one in the sewers. That level just
Oh
feels
my
like
god, yeah, bro.
yeah, it feels like complete filler. I really don't like it. I recently I was playing through Metal Gear Rising. I was like, I'm gonna play the whole thing again. Then I got to level 3. I was like, fuck this, hell no. Because I remember how boring that level is, and I was like, screw that. That one level, it's actually so terrible. Every level's good. The first level, awesome, incredible opening. Second level, great continuation of the story, and handles the time skip really well and does a good job where we left off. For the level after that,
Right, you don't have to go through every level.
Mile High. Oh no, go through the city, end it with a sick boss battle. It's great. The one after that was Sundowner. You're climbing a whole tower. You get to the top, end it with a boss battle. Awesome. Escaping Denver. That's a really short one, but it's short and enjoyable. Then there's the Sam one, which is just a boss battle. Honestly, I think that Denver one could have been combined into one. And then the final level, awesome. And I'm not going to talk about the DLC, but the final level, excellent finale. Third level, complete filler, trash. And that's why I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10, and I put it in A tier, maybe low S tier.
That's just me. I want to put it in S, mostly because of the story of that game is very simple, but it's I replayed it recently and holy shit, it's actually really smart.
I remember you talking how you didn't like it.
Yeah,
I guess for on you.
No, I remember he was telling me how about like how it was actually like deep.
That was like your least favorite part of the game, but I guess it grew apparently.
Yeah, no, I don't know what I was like cooking when I said it. I was like, no, that game's story is bad and boring. No, actually, like, the more I think about it, like, the more on the nose, like, this was a 2013 game made in Japan, and it is a miracle to me how much the themes in that game perfectly reflect, like, the US today.
Oh, now he's getting political. Oh no! I'm playing.
Oh no! Move to the next one before he gets political. S tier.
But it just amazes me how on the nose a Japanese company was about America and American politicians. I'm not going to say more than that, but it's just the themes of the game.
We'll talk about that at a later date.
Be the American.
I like it a lot. I think and also the cutscenes and the music. That's another reason I want to put it in an S.
Yeah, the cutscenes and the QTEs. The QTEs were sick too.
Yeah, they were. All right, S tier for that. Next up is Hitman.
Low S. Hitman?
Yeah.
Okay. I promise I won't ramble. But let me talk. I can't speak on like Hitman Absolution or Blood Money or any of the older games. But I've only played the World of Assassination trilogy, and oh my gosh, it's a really good game. I would count it as one game because if you buy Hitman 3, you get all 3 campaigns in one.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Good. Wow, really? That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, and I got
it. Nah, I'm about to cop and get those actually.
Yeah, no, you should seriously play them. And here's the thing. I feel like the worst level among those 3 games is probably one of the levels that people like the most. It's the level in China in Hitman 3. Even that level, I still completely understand people like it because of the aesthetic, the scene, the kills. I just dislike it because it took me like an hour and a half to complete. But, oh my gosh, it's such a good game. And the story, dude, the story is incredible. Some people say the story is lacking. I say the story is amazing. The story is awesome. The gameplay, it's not super, like, thrilling or exciting, but it offers a lot of creativity. There's a ton of creativity that is offered to you in the gameplay. And the missions, the settings, the graphics, the story, the cutscenes. Granted, the cutscenes in the second game aren't very good because they're not actual videos. They're just still images with voiceovers because they didn't have the budget or the animators. But even those are really good. And the dynamic between 47 and Diana and the first scene of Hitman 2016 and the final level of Hitman 3. Oh my gosh, perfect introduction, perfect ending. The middle can be somewhat. The story I feel like is consistently good throughout. A lot of people talk shit about certain levels. I thought most of them were good. Most of them. Right. Oh, this game, I promised I wouldn't ramble, so I'm not going to go any further, but definitely an S tier, 100%. And it's good that we came across this because it's still pretty fresh in my mind because I played recently. And I've been going back and replaying some of the levels and trying to get Silent Assassin on them. And it's really fun. Getting Silent Assassin on levels is extremely rewarding. It feels great.
Yeah, I've only played Hitman 1 because I had it on my PC, and I actually played the final level. I think I like skipped to it, and it was fun to beat it. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, S tier. Next up is
You played Hokkaido, Japan? That one?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's cool. I really like that one.
Next up is Mario Kart.
Ooh.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, this was like my game. Like, this is the game I played when I was a kid. Like, I didn't play a lot of video games when I
Leo,
was
why
a
don't
kid.
you talk about this one mostly?
Same.
Yeah,
I
no.
actually love this game
Yeah.
on the Wii. I used
It's
to play
so
it
good.
so much.
The Wii,
I've only
Mario
played
Kart Wii.
I've played Mario
So
Kart
much
8,
fun.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Mario Kart Wii, some of it. And obviously those games, incredible, huge part of my childhood. And not
Mhm.
unbiased, amazing games as well. Even 8, which I'm not sure how people feel about 8. I feel like people just hate on Wii U games in general, or maybe it's just the console.
Well, then
But
there's 8 Deluxe. It's like 8 is kind
yeah,
of better.
8 Deluxe is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
all,
also like
all three of those
Wii's
are
a
great.
part of my childhood too. So
Yeah, it's like I think this is the first one of the actually this is probably one of the only video games where I can certainly say that I would actually call myself good at, because a lot of games I play
Same.
they're fun but I
Well,
suck at
I'm so rusty.
You're not bad at it, Avery, but like,
compared to us you are. Well, even though you beat me last
damn.
time,
I
but
beat you. What?
okay, that's because
Yo.
it's my first time playing those courses and they suck.
And also, like, I just went with the random cart that Leo picked, and it was so bad.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all four of us have had the luck of growing up with like, in my opinion, the best Mario Kart game. Mario Kart Wii.
Well,
So.
I grew up with I actually never had a Wii U, unfortunately.
I also have
But
so
Get a
many good
Wii.
memories of playing Wii with my
yeah,
brother.
Bro. Graham had to
sorry.
play the Wii U version. Graham had to
Hey,
play
the Wii
Wii
version
U.
was good. It was good.
Nah. No, Wii was so much fun, bro.
I have played Wii before.
I have good
It is
memories.
it
I have such good
is really
memories.
cool.
And it's just such a great game. I think S tier easy. Like, there's not
Wait,
really.
hold on. I have a really quick question. Has anyone here played Mario Kart 7?
No, I haven't.
I've
Look,
played at my dentist office, and that's it.
I
I've heard
forgot
people
that game
like it.
existed. For the longest time, I forgot that game existed because it was a 3DS exclusive,
Yeah.
and I completely forgot of its existence.
I knew someone at my elementary school who played it a lot.
Apparently, like some of the tracks they added were actually like really good. Like especially like the Wii Sports Resort themed ones. And
Really?
yeah, apparently some of those tracks were fire.
That sounds
And
sick.
it also had apparently one of like the best. I'm not speaking from my own opinion, by the way. This is just another opinion I've heard. But like apparently the selection of like retro tracks had some absolute bangers. Like the selection of retro tracks were some of the best in the series. And it also has a really good Rainbow Road too.
Mhm.
Yeah, Rainbow Road's great. All right, next up is Zelda, Legend of Zelda.
Ooh, ooh! Can I talk about the Wind Waker? I really want to talk about the
Yeah,
Wind
yeah,
Waker.
definitely.
Please
I
talk about
love,
that game is awesome.
Yeah,
I
I've
love
actually
Wind Waker.
played a little bit of the Wind Waker.
Oh my gosh, I think that was one of the only video games that I've ever had that my sister got really into. Even my sister was super into that game. She created her own whole new own like save slot. I'd see her playing it on her own. She actually loved that game, which is surprising. My sister is not very into video games, but that was a rare exception. She was super into that game.
That's cool.
And dude, I would love to get back into it. The only problem is I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing because I haven't played it I haven't touched it in like 3 years. But if I knew what I was doing and I could get back into it, I absolutely would, and I would totally complete that game because oh my gosh, not but even putting the nostalgia aside, it's an excellent game. Even like the first time that you invade the Forsaken Fortress, it's so fun. And then when you get set back and you go onto Dragon Roost Island, then you go to that forest island, and then you go to the Windfall Island, and dude,
The
dude,
music,
oh,
the Ganondorf.
I didn't even talk about the music yet. Oh my gosh, just phenomenal game.
Also,
Yeah.
Wind Waker Ganondorf is the best Ganondorf by far, and it's not close. Not even Tears of the Kingdom Ganon.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
for
remember you
me,
mentioning that you really like that canon.
the only
That
Zelda game.
Wind
Oh,
Waker
sorry.
Ganon, I think, is unironically one of the best villains in video game history.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's fair.
Yeah, sorry, keep going.
No, I was just saying I agree with Gabe.
Yeah,
Um,
Oh, sorry. Keep interrupting
I have
people.
played I've played 3 other games in the Legend of Zelda franchise, and those are Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. Skyward Sword was fun. The controls were a little weird. The story was kind of at times, but the dungeon design was great, and the bosses were also really good, like Kalakdos and the shit. I forget what it's called. The Ancient Cistern, that was awesome. The Lanayru Mine, that was awesome. Like those classic Zelda dungeons were great. And then Girahim is also just a joy to watch as a villain. Oh my god, Girahim is so much fun.
Oh, I
Uh,
also. Oh, sorry. No, I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish.
As for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, those two are 2 of my favorite games of all time. So, and I
Tears.
think we'd be here forever if I talked about them, but like those 2 games alone are just so fucking good.
I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild. I never really got into it. My brother did at one point, but I never really got that into it, and we don't have it anymore. And honestly, I can definitely see why it appeals to some people, but it never really captured my interest, so I didn't really play it that much. And I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom. I will say this one main problem with it is that at a certain point, like dungeons, they just become like. Don't get me wrong, I like some of how some of them get complicated or some of them maybe a bit longer. But at a certain point, some of them just become an absolute chore. And I low-key just want to turn the game off and come back to it and take like a 3-day break before I come back to it because it just has to a point where it doesn't feel fun. It feels like a chore. That's really my only problem with it. And that's only on the main quest. Like the side quests are pretty much flawless.
Yeah, I mean, Tears of the Kingdom is one of the only games I ever beat. So I think that just goes to show how good it is. And Breath of the Wild, I got to the final boss and then lost all my progress because my Switch had to get an update, so or whatever, or I had to get it fixed. But I think Zelda. I've also played a little bit of the Mimic Cap on an emulator on my. It was actually really funny how I
School
found out how to do it.
iPad.
What?
Playing Minish Cap on your school iPad is still one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
That was
Well,
wild. Cause some other kid, some other like a 10th grader last year was doing it, and he showed me how to.
jeez.
And then I did it.
I was watching him play it in study hall, and oh my god.
All right, S tier. I think so. Easy.
Fair
Dude,
enough.
Yeah.
dude, these games.
I mean,
we're
I've only
doing
ever
a lot of
played
shit
Breath.
here, but I totally agree.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Rocket League.
Never played it.
Okay, that's weird.
I played it like twice.
Of what I know, Rocket League only has one game. I don't know, it's a franchise.
Yeah. So does
But
Metal Gear Rising.
well, true.
But I think
I
this is
thought-
actually a games list. I think this might be just a games list. We just made it a franchise list because that's more fun.
Yeah. Personally, Rocket League, I'm terrible at it. I'm so bad. I guarantee you never been worse than me. But when you play with the right people,
I'm
Yeah.
worse.
it's super fun. Oh, and the Heat Seeker mode, I love that. I mean, it's only a custom mode. It's not an official one, but it's super cool. And the limited time modes that they add are so good. They have some of the best limited time modes that I want them to keep in the game. Like, can we please? I guarantee you, no one plays the hockey mode. I've never seen one person play
Yeah,
hockey.
hockey mode. I remember I tried that with one
Can
of
you
my
please
friends.
take that out and replace it with Knockout, one of the best, no, the best LTN that's ever been in that game, please? Because if it was, I'd be playing that game way more often. Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, I played it a lot when I first got my Switch because it was one of the only games I had because my dad bought it for me. And I liked it, but I kind of stopped playing it. It was a cool idea. I mean, I think B tier.
Yeah, also be sure.
Okay, B tier.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, so
Like, it's kind of fun to play
sorry,
with
keep going.
friends, but like,
Yeah.
I suck at it.
Like, I know a guy named.
Like, I'm worse than Graham.
I know a guy. I'm also not gonna say his name for privacy reasons, but he's pretty cool. I played Rocket League with him. He's super fun to play with. When you've had the right people, it becomes awesome. It's also a pretty decent like party game. Even though it's only 2 player, watching up 2 play is really fun.
Yeah. So the next franchise is actually so massive that I thought it might be better if we split it into two categories. So we were just gonna we're gonna talk about 3D Mario games first, and then we'll talk about 2D Mario games. Sounds good.
Um, I've never played a single Mario game ever, except for like Mario Kart. So I'm not gonna talk about this.
Yeah. We're only talking about the mainline Mario games. So
Yeah, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
all right.
Alright.
Wait, does Odyssey count?
Odyssey does
Yeah.
count. Yeah.
Odyssey's 3D, so yeah.
Yeah, I've only played a little bit of it. My brother finished it. He really liked it.
Yeah. I beat Odyssey. So I mean, I think Odyssey still today one of my favorite Switch games of all time. Probably my favorite, just because I really love it like so much. I had some great memories with it, and then I played a little bit of Galaxy, which was really fun, and I think that's all the 3D Mario games I played.
I've played a lot. I've played Odyssey. I thought was pretty. I don't like it. I like to watch like really good at it. I've played which a
Your
lot of
audio's cutting out, Gabe. Oh,
3D have a lot of fond memories playing with other people.
there we go.
I've played Galaxy, which is a lot of fun, but I'm not finished. And then I've played Sunshine. I played a little bit of Sunshine and 64, both of which I do not think have aged well.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good franchise, but I think the older games definitely haven't aged well, but the newer ones are good.
The newer ones are pretty good. I don't think they're S tier good, but I think they're pretty good.
A tier.
I'll settle with that.
Okay. And next is 2D
Um,
Mario. I've literally not. I haven't even played Mario Wonder yet. I played. I think I played some
I don't
Mario
think I've ever
Bros.
played any
Wii.
2D.
What'd you say? Eve?
I don't think I've ever played any 2D Mario games.
Have you, Gabe?
Yes. So my main question is one question I have is does Mario Maker count?
No, I don't
No?
think so. I don't think it does.
Okay. In that case, I've only played New Super Mario Bros. Wii and New Super Mario Bros. The one for the Wii U. And I don't remember them too much, if I'm being honest. Like, I have one memory of Wii, and that is one of my favorite memories I have of playing at a friend's house, where we just binged the game and we were all absolute dog shit at it because we were all tiny, like little kids. But then we somehow we finally, it took us like an hour to beat fucking Roy of all like roadblocks. But then we beat it and it was glorious. And I just don't remember a whole lot about any other. Like, I remember nothing about my experience with New Super Mario Bros. U, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's the only thing I remember about Wii, just that one moment. And with that in mind, this is going to be crazy. C tier. I think it's just like, I think they're just like, alright. I think they're really important, but I
Yeah.
have a lot of memories. I have like one. I don't even have a lot of memories. I just have one memory that was really good, and I don't remember anything else.
Yeah. I mean, I think the first few games were really good. Were really influential. But then it just started to go. It just started to repeat itself so much over and over again. Hopefully, Mario Wonder can change that, but we have not played it yet, so. Can't
Yeah,
talk about it.
I need to play, but I also need to finish Persona 4 Golden first. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my mind.
All right. So
I
I
will
see.
say about this. The one thing I will say about this is I do know someone at my school on the cross country team, and Mario Maker is the only video game he plays. I mean, you can't tell him, bro, you're testing out now. He's like, fuck that. I'm only playing Mario Maker. That's
That's
all he.
actually so base. What the fuck?
Yeah.
All right. Final one that I have on here, so because I feel like everyone's getting, we've talked a lot about video games, is Doom, specifically the newer games, I would say.
Wait, sorry. What was the franchise? Say it again.
Doom.
Wait. Say it one more time. Oh, Doom. Yippee! I finally get the hook again. Okay. Bro, I have only played I played Doom 2016 for like 5 seconds, but I fucked with the brightness settings and it looks terrible. And I tried deleting it at all the save data and then reinstalling it so I could restart from the beginning because I was only like I wasn't even done with the first level, so that I could like actually try it again and it wouldn't look terrible, and just put all my data in so it still looks terrible. And I haven't touched it since, and I probably won't ever unless I can find a way to actually change how it looks. But as of right now, probably not gonna touch it again. Doom Eternal, on the other hand, without a doubt, one of the best, if not the best game I played. It's incredible. Gameplay, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Especially except for when you get to part 2 of the DLC, it kind of gets iffy. But they have master levels and patch notes that fixed it as we got further into that. It's just incredible gameplay. Lore, insane. It makes absolutely no sense. In fact, the lore is fucking terrible. But
Yeah,
it's so cool.
Alexa is God.
Yeah, no, it absolutely no sense. But awesome. And that, like, I'm invested in the story. The cutscenes are badass. The gameplay, again, incredible. The bosses, mostly good. The enemy variety, sick. And overall, like the setting, I forgot to talk about the soundtrack. How can you forget about the soundtrack?
Yeah.
Without a doubt, one of the best soundtracks in video game history. Like, it's easily up there. Even if you're not a metal fan, you have to admit that that is art. That is art right there. There is musical genius behind that soundtrack. And yeah, no, it's phenomenal. I'd actually call it a 10 out of 10.
All right. And just go watch the Maxor video if you're confused about anything.
Yeah.
It'll sum it
Yeah.
up.
Unless you don't want spoilers. Which, by the way, Gabe, are you going to play Doom? Because I remember you mentioned like a while ago, back in middle school, that you weren't watching the Maxwell video exclusively so that you wouldn't get spoiled for Doom Eternal because you wanted to play it, but your parents wouldn't let you though because it's really violent.
So we kind of forgot to record an ending for this video, and also the next segment of this video will actually be a different video that will be coming out a little later. Thanks for watching to the end if you did. I know this was a long video, but we had fun recording. We're definitely going to try to post more often or upload more often on the podcast channel. And if you guys like it, subscribe and like the video, support the channel. We'll see you guys next video.